Welcome back to the Simply Create YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking you through some Reels transitions. But before we get started, it's a bit warm in here, it's got to come off. Now that's better. This video focuses on transitions. This is going to help you take your videos to the next level, and so you can start playing around with, having some fun, getting creative with your Instagram Reels. All of the transitions that I focus on in this video are all in-app transitions. We don't go to any third-party apps. Everything is about using the functionality of Instagram Reels itself. I'm just going to walk you through the setup so you know what might appear on the screen. First of all, we've got behind the scenes, the camera that I'm delivering to you now. You can obviously see I've got my phone ready and waiting to create those reels, but I'm also going to be sharing what is captured on that screen so you can follow along. By the end of this video, hopefully you're going to pick up a few hints and tips and tricks. You're going to be able to do a few of the transitions yourself, and it gives you some ideas to go away and get creative with your own Instagram Reels. If you think that's the case along the way, you're learning a few things, you're finding it valuable, then please don't forget to support by subscribing. Right? It's that time. Let's make some reels. This transition you would have seen used loads of times, and it's just a snap transition, and I'm going to show you how to use that within Reels. You're going to need a couple of things. You're going to need to be able to use the timer, and you're going to be able to use the align, which is a really good function in Reels to make sure that each shot kind of matches up. So I'm going to show you that on my Reels. Open up Reels, and once you've opened up Reels, down the left hand side you have got 5 icons. Tap on the one at the bottom. This is your timer function. The first thing you want to do is pick the amount of time. So I'm just going to change the color of my t-shirt. That's what I'm going to walk you through. So the first one, we're just going to go to a 2-second mark. You've got countdown. 3 seconds would normally be okay, but as we are working through this, I'm going to set it to 10 seconds just to give myself a little bit more time. And you want to set the timer. Now, when you hit the Reels button in the middle, it will start counting you down. So I'm going to do that now. And once it's counted me down to 0, I'm just going to go silent for a second and just show basically what I'm wearing. So here we go. So that's all I did, a little motion like that. I didn't have to do too much. I'm now going to change my top. So bear with me, I'll be back in a jiffy. Back we go, I'm changed. So as you can see, I'm changed. I've got another different color top on now. I went for orange. So here we go. Now we need to do something slightly different. Things have changed, the icons have changed on the left-hand side. We do want the timer again, so we're gonna set the timer to 2 seconds more, which will take it to 4 seconds. Can I get it there? Yeah. Keep the timer at set the timer. But we also want this align tool. Now this align tool, as you can see, creates a little bit of a shadow. Try to get as good a position as you can. So I'm going to give myself 10 seconds to line myself up again. Got the arms. And that is me changing my top. I'm going to do it one more time. I won't take as long. And I'm back. So this time I've changed to a white top. Now, remember, you want to change the least amount of things when you do these things unless you're doing it on purpose. So there's a couple of things to watch out for. Hair is one. If you're female, if you have your hair in a certain way, then obviously that will change and be noticeable. Now it doesn't matter too much because the beauty of Reels and the beauty of things like TikTok and short content is that it's quick, it's snappy, and it's playful. So have a play around. I'm going to just go through it again. So the bottom, the second to bottom icon, which is the timer, change that to 6 seconds because we're going to add 2 more seconds on, which take it to 6 seconds. Done. Set the timer, hit the align tool to help me, and then hit the Reels to give me a countdown. So again, trying to align myself. And there we go. I've changed my costume 3 times. And that's just a simple snap transition. Now I'm going to show you some other ways you can use this snap transition, not just to change your t-shirt. Right, let's go. Using the same technique as snap, but instead of changing something like my t-shirt, I'm actually going to change the distance in which I am to the camera. And this is to give you kind of a jump cut to different kind of angles. Again, find ways to incorporate these in your own reels. So let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back to the timer. I'm going to set it for 2 seconds, which will take us to 8 seconds. I'm going to set the timer. I'm going to cut and be further back this time. And then I'm going to cut and come really far forward. But I'm going to need the align tool on the next one. So let's go. Let's hit the reels. There we go. And then the next one, I'll go straight into it. Go back to the timer. Let's set it to 10 seconds. There we go. Hit the 10-second countdown. Give me 8 seconds. And again, all I've done is jump from back, middle, back, front. Right, this last one, I'm just going to jump back to the middle, the starting position that I was. So I'm going to set the timer again. We go back to setting that to 12 seconds. Countdown 10 seconds. We set the timer. Don't need the align tool this time. So we just hit the record. We get somewhere where we want to be, which is about here. And this time I'm going to add a click. I'm going to add a click for the other thing you can do with the transition. So that was my last pose. I did the click, right? Now, the last transition we're going to do is to change location, okay? So we've changed our tops, we've changed our space towards the camera, so further back and closer to the camera, and now we're going to change, with a click, we're going to say that we changed rooms. So obviously to change locations, I need to move these cameras and set up in another room, and then start re-recording there so you'll be able to see. So I'll go and do that setup, but luckily I haven't got to wait, because I can do it with a click of the fingers. And into another room. Just want to take this second, if you're finding it useful, if it's helping you going through this step by step, support by subscribing. This will help me continue to create more videos that are hopefully going to help you. And in particular, carry on this reel series that's a series of tutorials. If you haven't checked out the other ones, now's the time. Just go up here, click the link. There's a whole playlist of Reels tutorials there. Right, let's carry on to where we were. So the last one was a click. For the last bit, obviously I was just changing location. So for this last tiny little bit, I'm just going to record to the end. So I think that leaves us with 3 seconds. So if I hit the timer, I'll still give myself 10 seconds. I'll get where the click was, where I left it, which is about there-ish, and I'll hit that timer. So I did just a little ending there. I was just playing around. But now you have me kind of chopping and changing it so that you can see the changes of the snap transition. As it plays through, you can see the different bits and pieces that we did. We changed t-shirts and clothes, we changed where I was on the screen, and we also changed location. Now you can go back through and edit and fine tune. To do that, what you do is you go press the back arrow, which you should be able to see the last little bit of your last video. You find the bit that you want to tweak or touch up. So I'm going to go that, and I'm going to take a bit off the front, and you hit the scissors icon. By hitting the scissors icon, because I was still for a little bit too long, I want to shorten that up. So a little bit more. There we go. Hit the trim in the top right hand corner. Just these little tweaks should make it run a little bit smoother. So there you go. Arms up, probably could take a little bit more of that. But once you've done these and set those shots up and put them together in your sequence, you can go back and trim both the ends just to make things a little bit tighter and a little bit cleaner. Hoping that you found this video helpful. If you did, don't forget to tap that like button. And of course, if you've got any questions, leave them in the comments below. As always, from Simply Create, thank you for watching.